afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to send light to the world. So this is a global meditation where we're going to send light into the collective timeline to help optimize the changes that our world is moving through. So thank you so much for taking the time and the effort to do this. And when we do this work, we are working at the quantum level, meaning that we are working beyond space and time. And when we work at the quantum level, it's actually ends up becoming more powerful than the physical level. Of course, work, sending love, making donations, volunteering, and all of these things, they are very important and they do have their place. And also this has its place as well, so that it can anchor more of this light and enter more and bring in more of these lighter frequencies into our planet. So thank you so much for taking the time and effort to do this. So in this meditation, you are going to need a candle. It does not matter what color candle you are using. You can use any color candle as long as you have one. That's the most important part. And if you have crystals, please also grab your crystals for this meditation. And also, if you want to grab some essential oils, you can use them, and I'll guide you into how we're going to do the entire process together. And it's just going to be a great experience, because when we send this healing to the world, we also receive part of this healing. So let me just fix my camera really quickly. There we go. Okay, so I'm super excited. Again, like I said, you're gonna need a candle, crystals, water, and if you wanna have a notebook and a pen, that's also very helpful, because when we do these when we do this healing, it's not like we're just sending healing to the world, but we're also receiving it as well. So I'm sure you guys will be getting some messages. So please also let me know where you're tuning in from. I love to see this. We're gonna send light across the world. So hey Dana, hey Jackie, hey Bobby. Let me know, what city are you in right now? Where are you tuning in from? Hey guys, for those of you on Instagram, click the link in my bio to join us on YouTube for a better experience. Cool, so we have Soila from Chicago, Barbara from Holland, Michael from Kentucky, Dana from Syracuse, New York, and Carol from Atlanta. Welcome. I'm so happy. Thank you all so much for showing up and doing this work. We have Megan from Australia. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for joining. So, please share this with as many people as you can, because the more people that we have bringing in these higher frequencies, the faster we're going to be able to manifest these higher timelines for the collective. So let's see, we have Jacqueline from Inglewood, Brittany from Tennessee, British Columbia, Van Island, Long Beach. Hey Jackie from Canada, Tessa from Sydney. So beautiful, so awesome. Hey Brandon from Singapore, thank you for showing up. Sundari in Curacao, Julia from Finland, thank you all so much for joining. I love this. I love to see where our soul family is spread across the world. And just remember, we have this team, we have this support system. Yes, of course you have your spirit guides, your ancestors, your starseed family, but we also have our soul family. Look at this beautiful soul family that's spread out across the world. We are not alone in this process. And also know that we're going to be getting into some funky times in December, the last month of December of 2021. It's going to be intense. I mean, we are still in eclipse season, so let me know in the chat how you're feeling during this eclipse season. Eclipse season is a time of fast change. It's a time of transformation. It's like when the whole collective goes through the underworld for a rebirth, and it's a time of where secrets rise. It's where our subconscious fears come into our awareness. So I hope you're having a smooth and enjoyable eclipse season. I know sometimes it can get intense. And the reason why we're having this ceremony is because it's going to get intense, even more intense. I know it's so crazy to think, how can it be more crazy than what it already is? Well, it is going to get more intense because we have Saturn squaring Uranus on the 24th of December. Like, so these are two big planets, and when they're squaring, a square in astrology means that it can be a challenging aspect. So it's like they're facing each other. Saturn is the planet of karma. It's the planet of time. It's the planet of structure, of hierarchy. And like, it's this old world that we're leaving. And Uranus is all about revolution, liberation, freedom. It's about doing things differently. So there's just going to be a lot coming up to the surface, especially, again, we are in eclipse season, so a lot of the secrets are going to be revealed. There's a big court case happening in the US, like with sex trafficking involving, you know, celebrities and politicians and all that, and that is starting on the 29th of November. And, you know, like, that's going to shake things up across as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be sending light into across the world, into all areas of the world, because we're all connected by this web of life. And we are going to be also sending light into the timeline so that all illusion rises to the surface, because right now we are in this big transition. We are moving through another paradigm. We're creating a new world, a new earth is being created. And so what's happening right now, it's like there's a power grab. And so that's why we see so much like misinformation, because misinformation is meant to confuse us. And when we're confused, we are no longer aligned. We don't have that clarity. And it's very easy to be swayed one way or another. And so what we're going to do is we're going to send light into the collective timeline so that all illusions rise to the surface, because all of the manipulation that's happening across the world, across the different levels of our society, we're just going to ask for all of that to rise to the surface so we can purge it. And I want you to know that we are equipped to deal with everything that's going to happen. That's because when you signed up to reincarnate at the specific time in human history, you knew the country that you were going to be born into, you knew the city that you were going to be born into, you know, the family. You chose all that, and we chose to be here to help to welcome this new golden age, this age of Aquarius. So, you know, it's no like small task. So thank you again for choosing to return back to Earth. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming on Earth right now because there's so many big changes, but thank you. And just know that you're equipped. Your soul already knows everything that's going to happen. It's prepared to deal with what's going to happen. And what we're going to do is we're going to send light to ensure that the changes that are happening happen in the most joyful, graceful, and in the best way possible for the collective. You know, let's make sure that this change benefits most people rather than a fraction of the people who hold all the resources and stuff. Okay, so hey, for those of you guys on Instagram, join us on YouTube. Click the link in my bio so that it's a better experience. Okay, so we're actually gonna get started soon. Let's actually light our candles together. I think now is a good time to do that. Okay, so let me just see if there are any questions before we start. Oh, tears are flowing right now. That is so beautiful. Yes, and like we're purging. And I want you guys to remember, that the emotions that you might be feeling, you know, like yesterday I was crying. I was feeling so much grief because my family is Quechua, and yesterday in the US we celebrated Thanksgiving, and it just brought so much grief into my heart. Like I felt it in the land as well, because I live in Los Angeles. This is Tongva land, and I could feel the energy of the land, like the grief in the land, and I was just helping to clear that energy out. And I also felt it in you know, in the collective energy as well, because we're all indigenous, to be honest. Like we all have been migrating across this planet, across the universe as well. You know, we're immigrants to the earth, like we came from the stars. And so the grief that you're feeling, just know that it may not only be yours. You're helping to, as a healer, as an empath, you are helping to transmute this emotion, to heal this emotion through your own body. And I know a lot of, especially people who have wombs in this incarnation. And I mean, even our trans sisters who have energetic wombs, like we are purging a lot of energy from the womb as well, the sacral chakra. So if you're feeling any like intense cramps, or if you're just feeling some tension in your pelvis, it's because we are purging a lot right now from the sacral chakra. So just remember to be kind to yourself, be gentle with your body, because we are purging so much energy at the collective level, and some of us choose to help the collective to heal that energy through our own bodies. So the fear, the anxiety, the grief that you may be feeling, just know that some of that is not just yours, that it also belongs to the collective. And that is why it's so important that you have to really be gentle and you have to honor your body. We have to have a very close connection to our bodies, because oftentimes, we're so in our head, we're so in our devices, we're so into the data coming in that we forget about the body. And with eclipse season, most of the time we are feeling extra exhausted and tired, because a lot of us right now, like, we are going through massive changes in our energy bodies and in our soul like path as well. So I'm just going to talk like 2 minutes about this, because I feel like it's important for you guys to know like why the energy is feeling so chaotic right now and why you might be feeling weird. Okay, before I talk about this, let's drink some water together, because it's very important that we're not dehydrated when we're doing this work. Even us just connecting in this space like this, I mean, I know we haven't properly started the meditation yet, but the energy is already flowing in. And this is what happens when we connect heart to heart. This is what happens, even though I know you're not in this room with me right now, our souls are connecting, our energy is connecting via this web of life, and our consciousness is connecting, because our consciousness is not limited by time and space. Your consciousness is not limited to the room that you're in, to the city that you're in. You're connected to everyone and everything, and that's why sometimes it can be overwhelming. So let's just drink some water together. Okay, we're gonna do something special with our water today, so please go grab decaffeinated tea or fresh juice, or if you just want to grab some water, please do that now. We're going to actually bless our water so that this healing can be integrated and we can purge in a more gentle and easier way. Okay, hey, for those of you who are on Instagram, please join us on YouTube. You can click the link in my bio. Okay, so grab your water, and again, if you want to also go grab your candle, because we're going to light our candles together. We're going to light our candles as a collective with different intentions. So you can go grab your candle, crystals if you want to meditate with your crystals, and essential oils as well. Okay, so I'm just going to invite you right now. I'm just gonna invite you to just hold the glass like over your heart, because your heart, just like your phone, is emitting like Wi-Fi, right? Your phone is using data and it's using Wi-Fi, so it's emitting that energy out. Your heart is also emitting a Wi-Fi signal outwards, and so we're gonna put this Wi-Fi signal, these messages from the heart, into the water. So just place your heart, your hands, the water close to your heart, and just feel your heartbeat. Feel the energy of your heart. Feel the pulsations infusing the water, and now just move into a space of empowerment. Just think about the last time that you felt empowered. When is the last time that you felt confident, that you felt you were in control of your life? And as you're feeling that, set the intention that that emotion is going into your water. And all you have to do is just set the intention. The energy will know where it needs to flow. And then we're just going to drink our water now. And you can give gratitude to the water to thank it for helping you to purge and to cleanse your body and your energy field. So this is just something you can do every day. Like, it's so simple, and it doesn't take up that much time. And again, it's all about these small things that make a big difference. And that's what I'm saying. We need to start thinking about the world in a different way, where we don't have to act a lot. You don't have to put a lot of effort. You don't have to put a lot of time into it. You just all about focusing and aligning your intention, and that will have the biggest impact. And this is why in the meditation that we're doing, we're going to be working with quantum energy, which is more powerful because we're working with like the basis of atoms. Atoms are actually 99.999% empty space. So reality is like actually doesn't even exist. It's just 0.001%. Reality is made of matter, and matter is a very small fraction of an atom. Atom is the founding block of your hair, of the screen, of the walls. And so everything is just an energy vibration, and energy vibrations is what makes up 99.999% of an atom and of your physical body, of your home, etc. And that's why when we focus on the energy, we have 99.999% of results, because we're working on like what is most of the stuff made out of. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the chat if that didn't make sense. But I think it's very important for us to sort of understand why we're doing this work. Okay, so we're gonna light our candles together. So when you're lighting your candle, we're gonna have 3 intentions. So the first intention is going to be to light this for everyone light this for yourself. So first you're gonna light the candle for yourself with the intention to light your path. And then the second intention is going to be to light this for everyone who's watching this in the past, in the present, and in the future, because the past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. And your third intention is going to be to light this for all the beings on our planet, including Mother Earth herself, because she's alive. She is her own spirit. So set those 3 intentions as you're lighting your candle now. And as you're doing this, just please make sure you're doing it safely. Make sure there's no fire hazards around you. And if you don't have a candle, don't worry. I will light this candle for you. Okay, wonderful. And again, I'm lighting this for you if you don't have a candle, so don't worry about it. And this meditation is going to be like around 20 minutes. And so the 3 intentions when lighting your candle is to 1, light it for yourself, 2, light it for everyone watching this in the past, present, and future. And the last intention is to light this for all the beings on our planet, including Mother Earth. So yeah, you want to take a sip of water, go grab your crystals, find a comfortable position. Like ideally you want to be like sitting in a meditation position, like how you usually see people meditate. But if that feels uncomfortable for you, don't worry. The most important part is that your body feels comfortable. Remember, eclipse season is all about us being more gentle with our bodies and being more gentle with our energy. So if you want to lay down, you're welcome to lay down. And then if you want to like turn off the lights in your room, if you want to place like a shawl or something to cover your eyes, just so that you can be completely and totally relaxed, that will be great as well. And For your crystals, you can hold your crystals in your left hand if you have more than one. You can hold them on both hands. If you have more than two, then you can place some crystals on your body if that feels right for you. The crystals that I would recommend is if you have rose quartz, black tourmaline, red jasper, tiger's eye, obsidian, moldavite. If you're ready to work with moldavite, moldavite is a very catalytic crystal. So those are the crystals. If you have malachite, anything for the heart chakra is going to be wonderful. If you have quartz is very neutral, so it amplifies any energy. Okay. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so hey guys, for those of you on Instagram, join us on YouTube because it's a better experience, I promise. It's the link in my bio. Okay, so just what we're going to do is I'm going to guide you, okay? And again, just remember that we're going to be sending light across the world. And we're going to be sending light to optimize the change that our earth is going through, because our earth can purge. Just think about the last time you got sick. Think about the last time you caught a cold or you got a stomach flu. Maybe sometimes when you get a stomach flu or when you get food poisoning or when you catch a cold, sometimes you only get sick for 24 hours. Sometimes you get sick for 4 days. Sometimes like you have massive headaches or you have massive stomach aches. Every single time you get sick, it's different because the purging is different, right? There's different amounts of toxins to purge from the body. So it's the same thing what we're seeing happening right now in our world. There's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of intensity of experience happening right now. And it is because it's like we've been holding all of this energy, all of this corruption, the discrimination, all of the division has always been there. But now it's like really rising up to the surface because we're purging. It's like we're puking it out of the collective energy. And in order for us to evolve as a planet, even the animals are changing. That's the most fascinating part. It's not just humans are going through ascension. Mother Earth is going through ascension. The plants, the trees are changing themselves to adjust to the new changes. Also, like not just talking about our planet, but also the spirit guides, the angels, they're also changing. So this change that we're seeing happening in our world, it's happening across the dimensions. So that's why it's intense. That's why there's a lot going on. But the thing is that we can change how we experience this time of transformation. It can either be short and not as intense, and it can be long and intense and painful. Okay, so when we're doing this work right now, we're going to send light so that we can have that highest timeline for the collective, so that we don't have to experience horrible natural disasters to wake people up, so that we don't have to experience wars, genocide, all of these things to wake people up, that humans and our planet can just evolve in a more enjoyable way. Okay, so that's the whole intention for this ceremony. And at any point, like if I say something and it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't feel right with you, then just ignore it. Go focus on your breath. Your breath is going to be your anchor. So meditation is not about shutting up your mind. That's not what meditation is. Meditation is becoming aware of the thoughts that are coming in and then not acting on them, not judging your thoughts either. Don't just be gentle with yourself. Meditation is a practice. It's just like you have to practice riding your bike. Obviously, we all fell. Even when we learn how to walk, we all fell. But now we walk perfectly fine, right? And so it's the same thing with meditation. You have to practice. So don't be upset if you get distracted, if you have a lot of thoughts. That's perfectly fine. Just use your breath to anchor you into the present moment. And just remember that you can only breathe in the present. So the breathing that I would recommend that you do. Again, don't try to control your breathing too much, because then you're gonna be like, I'm not breathing right. You know, we're always gonna find something wrong. But in general, I'm gonna guide you to breathe in for 6 counts. So let's just practice it together, okay? So when we're breathing in, you're breathing in and your belly's expanding and your belly's like blowing up like a balloon. So for 6 counts, and then we're going to exhale for 8 counts. Again, breathe in for 6 counts. And gently, slowly exhaling out for 8 counts. Breathing in. And exhaling out for 8 counts. So this is the pace that you want to be breathing at. It does not have to be perfect, but you can already tell, like, your body just feels so much more expanded.